morning, Vikings. I'm Riley Dominy.
And I'm Ace Roche.
And this is the Bryan High Norseman Broadcasting. Our goal is to focus on student achievement while also presenting information to help students get involved. Since this is our first broadcast of the school year and our first broadcast ever, we would like to recognize some of the students who won awards over the summer.
This summer, the cheer team attended NCAA camp and received many awards, including earning a superior ribbon for their cheer and band chant, which is the highest ribbon available. They were also awarded the Spirit Stick from an NCAA staff member each day of the camp. 19 cheerleaders were nominated for All-American, including Macy Nash, Kaylee Ravel, Lola Sauceda, Sophia Perez, Emma Braden, Miranda Siegler, Haley Pierce, Sophie Blackburn, Michaela Trejo, Michelle Hicks, Simone Banks, Carly Richardson, Lauren Provazic, Carly Fox, Karina Diaz, Ireland Bailey, Zanaya Young, Emma Faulkner, and Brashone Balo. 2 cheerleaders were named as All-American Team Cheerleaders, Macy Nash and Kaylee Ravel. Macy also received an Individual Leadership Award, which is only awarded to 3 girls at the entire camp. The team earned the Herky Team Award, which is given to the team who exemplifies the qualities upon which the NCAA was founded, including leadership, values, and teamwork. This is the highest award given at the NCAA camp, and only 1 squad earns it. Finally, the team was awarded a bid to the NCAA national event in January in Dallas.
Over the summer, Christian Eddington earned the distinction of Outstanding Performer at the Texas State Solo and Ensemble competition. In the last 50 years, Bryan High Choir has had 5 other outstanding performers in the state level. This achievement is a mark of musical excellence, dedication, and hard work. This accomplishment is on par with earning a state championship at any other UIL event.
Vikings Kicking Out Tobacco, VCOT, was awarded the Texas Youth Group of the Year in Tobacco Prevention over the summer at the annual Texas Say What conference in Austin. This marks the 3rd year the group has earned this distinction. VCOT will hold a recruitment and informational meeting on Tuesday, August 30th in room 3129.
Student Council will meet on Wednesdays at 4:10 in room 3122. The first meeting is scheduled for today, August 24th. They will discuss the BHS scrapbook, homecoming, and pink out shirts. For additional information, contact Mr. Anderson in room 3122.
The National Honor Society will hold their first meeting of the year on Wednesday, August 31st in room 1200 immediately after school. If members are unable to attend after school, they can attend the meeting on Thursday morning at 7:45 in room 1200.
The National Technical Honor Society will hold an informational meeting on September 8th in room 5202 at 4:15 for CTE students interested in finding out more about the organization, including membership criteria and how they can apply.
The football team will be in action Friday night at Merrill Green Stadium at 7:30, where they will face the Waller Bulldogs.
The cross-country team started season after a torrential downpour. Junior Brian Ybarra was the top men's finisher, while senior April Ramirez was the top women's performer. Their next meet is scheduled for September 3rd. Thank you for joining us today, and please stay tuned for announcements from lead counselor Mr. Estes and principal Mr. Bubin.
Hey Vikes, my name is Mr. Estes and I'm the lead counselor at BHS. In Bryan ISD, we believe that the Essential 8 are life traits that you need in order to be the best version of yourself. We always want to work toward becoming a better person, but a lot of times that's easier said than done. We take time to talk about the Essential 8 because we believe they're more than words. They're traits that we want to put into action and need to practice improving upon on a daily basis. Every month, in every classroom, on every campus in Bryan ISD, we'll focus on one trait that we want to learn more about and develop. The goal is not just to become the best version of ourselves, but also to make our schools and our community a better place for everyone. You'll be hearing more about the trait of kindness throughout August and September. We're excited to start another school year with you and look forward to learning and growing alongside you.
Howdy Vikings, this is Mr. Rubin, your principal. Just have a few announcements and reminders for you today as we move forward through our school year. First thing I wanted to talk to you about are your devices, your technology, your laptops. You want to make sure you're bringing those to school every day. That includes your chargers as well. Please make sure that those are being brought to school and brought to class. We are using those in most all of your classrooms, so please make sure that you're bringing those every day. I want to talk to you a little bit about IDs. We need to make sure that we're wearing an ID each and every day. It is a school safety concern. We need to make sure that everybody that's on campus is identifiable and they are wearing ID so that we know that they belong here. If you do not wear your ID, sometimes we don't know you and we don't know that you belong here at Bryan High School, so we may end up stopping you, asking you for your ID, asking you to identify yourself. But if you don't want to be stopped, would not like to have that conversation, then just simply wear your ID around your neck, and that prevents all of that from happening. However, when we talk about IDs, you must wear those not only at school but at extracurricular events. So if you're going to a volleyball game or you're going to a football game, IDs are required to get into the gate or to get into the gym. And while you're in that venue, while you're in the gym, while you're in the stadium, your IDs must be worn at all times. We have a home football game this Friday night. To get into the student gate, you must have your ID. To stay in the stadium and stay at the football game, you must wear your ID at all times. We take this very seriously. If we see that you're not wearing your ID in the student section, we will remove you from the game and you will not be readmitted back into the stadium. So please make sure that you cooperate and help us out with that. Also, we need to make sure that we understand what the dress code is and understand that we are here to enforce the rules. We constantly work on changing that to meet the needs of our students. However, the dress code is what it is. You need to make sure that you're aware of the dress code policy and that you're following it. We will enforce the dress code throughout the year, and there will be consequences for being out of dress code. So please help yourself by not incurring those consequences by abiding by our dress code. Getting to class on time. It's another big thing. Most everyone is doing a great job with getting to class on time. Hallways are looking very good. After the tardy bell, we see less and less students out in the hallway. However, we are not issuing tardy passes this year. Your teachers will mark you tardy as you walk in the door. If you want to avoid detentions, if you want to avoid referrals, please make sure that you're getting to class on time consistently. It's important. We don't have enough instruction time as it is, so it's important that you get to class on time. Also with tardies, these can accrue, meaning that you have multiple tardies. These things can prevent you from entering a football game or entering a volleyball game or a basketball game. If you have discipline issues, those things are going to come up and it's going to prevent you from doing things that you want to do. So please help yourself out with that again. Wear your IDs, abide by the dress code, and get to class on time. This next section is for those of you that drive vehicles to school. At the end of this 6 weeks, everyone should have a parking tag. If you don't, we will enforce our parking. We will inform you first before we tow your vehicle, but please make sure that you see the bookkeeper, Ms. Catan, is on campus Wednesdays and Thursdays. So please make sure that you stop by and get the paperwork for your parking tag if you have not done so. Also parking, make sure you're parking in correct parking areas. If you're parking in a reserved part of the campus, meaning in the front of Silver campus or in the front part of the parking lot in front of the gym, you may be towed if you're parked in a reserved spot. Also, if you're parked in a senior spot that's painted, and it's not yours, we will try to warn you before we tow your car, but just know that we will tow your car if you're not parked in an appropriate spot. Parking for students, if you don't have an assigned spot, will be across the street over near the baseball and softball fields. Also in the afternoons with parking, make sure that you remove your vehicle from that student lot by 4:15. Our band uses that lot to practice in, so make sure that you're removing their vehicles after or before 4:15. Also, last thing, crossing the street on Oak Ridge, Campus Drive, Barrick, please don't cross in the middle of the street. Please use the crosswalks. We have had students issue tickets for jaywalking, which means that you're not using the crosswalks at the intersections. On Oak Ridge, across from the student lot, there is a designated walkway that is not at an intersection, but it's marked with the white lines across the street. Those are areas that we want you to cross the street at, just to make sure that we keep you safe and keep traffic flow moving as best we can. That's all I have for you today. We are going to be doing this throughout the year. We will come to you with video announcements, and we'll use this as a tool to get you information, important information about the campus, things that are going on around campus, just to keep you informed. We will also be doing some other things that we will be sharing with you at a later point. And that's all I have for you. Have a great day. Thank you.